Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to take a look at a game called Pole Position 2. And this was, of course, the sequel to the wildly popular racing game Pole Position, which was created by Namco and licensed to Atari for US markets in 1982. This was also created by Namco and licensed to US markets to Atari in 1983. And there's the cockpit version of Pole Position 2. And there's the marquee. And there's a few differences between Pole Position 1 and this game, Pole Position 2. This has better graphics, especially the backgrounds that scroll into view coming towards you as you race. And there's 3 new tracks to choose from. And the sounds are a lot similar. There's new music when you choose a track. The tires spin as you drive. I don't know that they did in the original. I don't think they did. I don't have a steering wheel, so I'm having a hard time controlling my car in this one. I managed to pass the test track. Goody. There's also new signs. There's like a don't drink type of sign, or don't drink and drive type of sign. There's also and the explosions are different. Your parts of your car scatter, which is kind of cool. And there's Suzuki was the original. Yeah, they still have the prepare to qualify voice. And there's also 7-Eleven signs. There's a sign for Dentine. There's some cool different ones. There's one for Tang. But basically, on any of the tracks, for the first one, for the first full lap you just want to pass X amount of cars, and probably about 4 or 5 cars, to be able to continue on. Yeah, see? I qualified. I totally don't know what they said, but I get to be in 5th place among the cars there. Yeah, I totally had problems controlling my car this time around. Hey, for God's sake! I should have gotten hit by that Atari sign. But at any rate, there's a gear shift in the bottom right corner you might be able to see, and it's just high and low. I'm not gonna pass this one. I can tell you that right now. I'm gonna run out of time. It's just so much better with a steering wheel. Here and there will be water puddles that will slow you down a little bit. You do get a little bit of a bonus for amount of cars passed if you don't make it to the next race or whatever. The second time around, if you pass it the first time, you'll have to race and reach your checkpoints, or pass a full lap in time, and then you'll get extra time added. And once you race 4 full laps, your game is over. I mean, as long as you can keep meeting your time. And there's the other tracks: Suzuka, Fuji, Test, and Seaside all together. Seaside's kind of neat. It's got a like a fair in the background. You can see like roller coaster ride and stuff.
Prepare to qualify.
The other definitely, if you're new to the game, you definitely want to start with test, because it's got the least twisty, windy turns. Shit. Like I said, your car, instead of just going up in a ball of flame like you do in the original pole position, this one you can see your car explode into bits. I didn't see this game stick around in the arcades very long. I mean, it's a marginal improvement over the original, but there's just not. I don't think there's enough new touches to make it all that interesting. I don't care if I make it to the second race on each course. I just want to show you what they're all like. But yeah, if you don't pass enough cars, and you still got enough time, and you've gone through a full lap, then you won't slow down and be allowed to go to the next race, and you'll just end up running out of time. So at that point, you might as well just race for as much points as you can get, because your game's going to be over no matter what. I like that they got Dentine and Tang and 7-Eleven. Yeah, this is the seaside track. You can see the fair in the background, the roller coaster ride and stuff.
Prepare to qualify.
Or maybe this is the seaside track. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna do all the tracks first, and then lastly I'm gonna cheat and just put on like infinite time, and just show you what it's like to go all the way through a certain track and be able to go 4 full laps and then end your game when you're finished with that, and then you get a big bonus for however much time you got left. And some gal stands on the side and waves a flag as you pass. There is a brake button and of course the gear shift, just high and low, and you want to stick with high as much as you can, just because you're otherwise screwed for time. And you'll either want to hit the brake a little bit as you go through the big turns, or you'll want to shift to the low gear just as you make the big turn. The smaller turns you won't have to, you'll just have to move out of like that. You won't have to hit the brake or the gear shift. Of course, here it totally doesn't matter because I've got infinite time and invincibility, so I can just run into the other cars and they'll blow up, but not me. Take that, asshole. Running through the puddles will slow you down just a little bit for 1 second. There we go. I get pole position, first place there, and I get a little bonus for cars passed. Now, even though the sound of high gear sounds lower than the sound of low gear, you know, it doesn't seem right, but that's what high gear is. It sounds lower. So stick with high gear as much as you can in the game, and only rely on low gear when there's a turn that you otherwise won't make. Those turn signs will not tell you whether or not the turn is wide, so you'll notice when you see the background come at you. Yeah, from now on it's just extended time when you make a lap. Since I have infinite time, I'm afraid I can't tell you how much time it adds. I just love being able to take out the other cars and not get blown up myself. Very satisfying. I thought it was funny how in the original Pole Position they had a spoof on Marlboro cigarettes, and there would be advertising signs that said, instead of Marlboro, it said Moro Bear, to avoid getting sued for copyright infringement or whatever. This game's okay, but it just didn't have enough differences, I didn't think, to totally distance itself from the original. Plus the video game crash of 83 or 84 was probably coming to play. Yeah, running over the barrier, the red and white barrier there, will slow you down quite a bit. So try not to do that if you can help it. I'm really not good at racing games. If I practiced a little bit more, I could probably do a lot better, but... Yep, see, that is the end. Now, there's that gal there. The heck was that? Boom. There's a gal there waving the flag, and... I don't know why, but I took the cheat off for infinite time so that it could count it all down. But it kept going. I mean, past 0 to 59 or whatever. So I just kind of cut it short. See? Or 99. Jeez. So yeah, I just said screw that and just called it a game. I just let it count down. I cut this video short. But at any rate, that is Pole Position 2 by Namco and licensed to Atari in 1983 for a US arcade release. And the original game, Pole Position, was licensed to Atari as well by Namco in 1982. And it's for its time, it was still a pretty good racing game, but it just didn't have enough differences from the original, I don't think, to really warrant much playing. At any rate, that's Pole Position 2 by Namco and licensed to Atari for US arcade release in 1983. And this is Crazy Climber 80 saying thank you for watching Pole Position 2 by Namco/Atari in 1983. And I'll catch you later sometime in the future with another video game in the future, arcade video game in the future. Take it easy. Bye-bye.